And first up at 6 o'clock, can they pass it? Lawmakers have returned to the Capitol to take another shot at recreational marijuana.
The bill is being taken up in a special session after the Senate passed it days before the end of the session, and then it was postponed, of course, in the House.
Chief political reporter Susan Raff is live at the state Capitol. And Susan, we understand sparks were flying today, but not with marijuana.
Not over marijuana. Let's stick on that for just 1 second. The Senate now is in session, but they still have not taken up recreational marijuana. What they're doing are amendments, but in the end, they are expected to vote tonight, and we are not expecting to see anything really different from what we saw in the Senate last week. It did pass, but by only 2 votes. But yes, sparks were flying today over something that's called an implementer, which Republicans say they only got today. Lawmakers continued to debate marijuana while the Senate passed it last week. The House didn't get to it, so now it's being taken up in a special session. There have been some changes to the original bill, limiting THC and labeling.
In some places, you can even get to 100% for the products. And, you know, we had already thought about that and put into the bill that was presented here a week ago, the THC caps.
Few surprises are expected in the Senate's second go-around, but plenty of sparks were flying over this 800-plus page implementer, which spells out how money approved in the state budget will be spent.
They had 4 days, we had 4 hours.
Many Republicans voted for the budget, but say the implementer has much more in it.
Just because you're in the majority doesn't mean you should act this way.
In the implementer is a controversial proposal to strip funding from towns with schools with Native American nicknames or mascots. Killingly recently made national news by reinstating Redmen as their high school mascot. Senator Kathy Austin wrote the language. Her district is home to the Mashantucket, Pequot, and Mohegan tribes. She says schools would lose their share of state aid generated by the casinos.
When are we going to be able to address this issue? Do we tell them that they have to sit down and wait their turn? When does their turn come up? They were here first, and we should start recognizing them. We asked Republicans today what they thought of Senator Austin's proposal, which would affect schools, about a dozen of them in our state, especially if they have teams or mascots with Native American names. They said that this should have been taken up in a separate bill and voted on separately. As for marijuana, it is expected to pass here tonight in the Senate and then goes to the House tomorrow. We are live at the state Capitol. Susan Raff, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.